Hi guys and welcome back. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make a focaccia. Let's begin. To get started on the recipe, you'll want to grab yourself a large mixing bowl, and into the mixing bowl place your flour and the salt, giving them a brief mix just to incorporate the two. You can then go ahead and add in the remaining ingredients, starting with the yeast followed by the white shortening or vegetable fat. In the UK that's known as Trex, but it may be different where you are. Then you can go ahead and add in the milk powder, the olive oil and the water. Then mix it on a low speed to start with. I always recommend the second lowest setting you've got on your mixer, then followed by at a medium high speed for around 4 to 6 minutes depending on the consistency of the dough. And you'll be able to tell that as it mixes. Once the dough has done mixing, you can then sprinkle some flour onto your work surface and onto your rolling pin. Then just roll the dough out until it's 9 inches in length, and however wide your baking trays. I will leave all the measurements of mine in the description, well, in the blog post in the description, which will be linked down below. Just pull it so it reaches the corners a bit better, then cover it loosely with some cling film and prove for a short while. So once the dough has proved, you can then remove the cling film from on top of the dough and just brush it over generously with some olive oil. Ensure you are using enough so that the whole of the dough gets a good coating. You can then take your fingers and indent the dough, just pressing in so it's got areas that are indented and some that aren't indented. You don't want to do it all, otherwise it will ruin the look of the focaccia. This is where you can get really creative with the flavours. I'm using thyme, but you could use rosemary and thyme or any other herb that you like, and just use a good amount on the top. Then I like to add in some olives. Most people like black olives on this bread, but I prefer green. But again, it's completely up to you. Then you'll just want to scatter over some salt. I always recommend that you use the oil and salt as a bare minimum, and then anything else you add on top is just an additional flavour. Here is what it looks like just before you cover it again to be proved for a second time. While the dough is proving, I recommend that you preheat your oven, and then you can take your dough once it's proved for the final time, remove the cling film, place it into the oven and bake it off. Here is what mine looked like a couple of hours later once it was fully baked and cooled, and it's really easy to cut into. You've got that crispy outside and that chewy inside, which is the perfect focaccia. But again, you can really change and customise the topping. I know it's not the most authentic, but it's a quick and easy bread, especially ideal for those getting into bread baking or bread making. This is the recipe for you, so don't forget to check it out. There will be a link to the recipe in my description down below. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more from me, and I'll be back again on Thursday with some more videos for you. But in the meanwhile, don't forget to check out the description. There'll be a link to this recipe, a link to my blog, and a link to all my social media, so don't forget to go and check that out if you're interested. Follow me on Instagram as I do post on my stories most often, and that's my most used social media. But that's all for today. Bye guys.